Deep in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina, there's a story that locals still whisper around campfires. A story about a secluded cabin that became the center of a nightmare. It began in the late 1990s, when a couple from out of state, John and Emily, decided to rent a remote cabin for a week-long retreat. They wanted peace away from city life. The cabin sat at the end of an unmarked dirt road surrounded by dense forest. The realtor who handed them the keys warned them, "No cell service out here. If you need anything, the nearest town is about 40 minutes away." The first night was peaceful. The crackle of the fireplace, the silence of the woods, and the sense of isolation felt like exactly what they were looking for. But on the second night, things began to change. Just after midnight, Emily woke to a sound outside the cabin, heavy footsteps circling the house. At first she thought it was an animal, maybe a bear, but then she heard something unmistakably human. 3 slow knocks on the back door. John got up, flashlight in hand, and went to check. The porch was empty. No footprints, no sign of anyone. He locked the door tighter and tried to reassure Emily, but they both struggled to fall back asleep. The following evening, as they sat eating dinner, they heard it again, the same slow, deliberate knocks. This time at the front door. John swung the door open immediately, hoping to catch whoever was out there. Nothing, just the dark outline of the trees. By the third night, Emily refused to stay, but the nearest town was too far and it was already late. They agreed to barricade the doors and wait until morning. They pushed furniture against the entrances and sat in silence. Around 2 a.m., the sounds began again. Footsteps, but this time heavier. They could hear something brushing against the cabin walls, moving from window to window as if searching for a way in, and then came the scratching. Slow, deliberate scraping along the wood siding, starting near the back door and circling the cabin. When John finally gathered the courage to peek through the curtain, he froze. Just at the edge of the tree line, he swore he saw a figure, tall, motionless, staring at the cabin. By dawn, the noises stopped. Exhausted and terrified, they packed their things, ready to leave as soon as the sun was up. But when John stepped outside, he saw something that made his stomach drop. Large, muddy footprints pressed into the earth, circling the cabin exactly where they had heard the noises. And each footprint was bare, human, and unusually large. The couple drove into town and returned the keys, pale and shaken. The realtor listened quietly, then simply said, "You're not the first to tell me a story like that." To this day, no one knows who nor what to stalk that cabin in the woods. Some believe it was a deranged drifter living in the mountains. Others whisper about something far older that haunts those forests.